Creative nonfiction writer Jeremy B. Jones shared his passion for literature and music with Murray State students. Jones' journey through life was his inspiration for his work. Jeremy B. Jones earned his master's in fine arts and nonfiction writing at University of Iowa, although describes his book, Bear Wallow, as more of a creative nonfiction piece.
Not academic, not journalism, because the writer himself or herself is like in the piece, and then a lot of like techniques that you would associate with fiction. So like dialogue and scene are put to use.
Originally from the Blue Mountain Ridge of North Carolina, Jones was inspired to write this book by moving home after spending time living in Honduras.
Yeah, so I'm from Southern Appalachia. My family's been there for about 220 years, and I left, and I really wanted to leave. And then about 7 years later, I moved back, took a job at the elementary school that I went to, which was weird because all of my teachers were still there. And so I had to figure out what it meant to be an adult and have people call me Mister when I just felt like a kid still. So it's about that year of moving back home and trying to figure out if I still fit in.
Though most of his inspiration came from home.
It's weird. I feel like I write about home when I'm not there. I don't know if that's true of everybody when they're thinking about where they're not, but I was living in Honduras when I started thinking a lot about home. And now I live there, and I'm always thinking about going other places.
Along with reading excerpts from his book, Jones also played the crowd some music on his banjo.
In music, a lot of it, frighteningly, is about drinking and about killing, so I'm going to play a little bit of music about that.
Jones said he learned a lot about himself while writing the book and hopes that the book is able to resonate with all different types of people, but especially 20-somethings.
A lot of the questions that I'm asking in the book are like, how do we use the place that we're from? Like, how do we use our land in ways that are sustainable? And it's great if people who are in their 70s are thinking about that, but it matters more if people in their 20s are thinking about that because they will make those decisions ultimately.
Jones is currently working as a creative writing professor at Western Carolina University and said teaching students keeps him on his toes with his writing. He even has another book in the works.
It's me honest. I think that like if I'm telling students that they have to be doing their work, then I also have to be doing my work. And a lot of times I'll give students exercises and I'll do them in class too, and just to keep me sharp. But a lot of times I have new work that comes out of the same things I'm assigning students to do, which is weird. So I think it just makes it's like a piano teacher would not be a good piano teacher if they weren't still playing the piano. So it makes sure that I'm still doing work.
Essentially, Jones hopes people in attendance are able to take something away from his readings.
So I'm writing about a very small slice of life, which is my tiny town in Western North Carolina. But I hope that there's like some universal experience that people latch onto of like what it means to be comfortable at home and what it means to be thinking about land use and what it means to be thinking about your family and where you come from.